Are you feeling unfocused, unmotivated, low energy, lacking human connection, lacking real relationships? Chances are you need to desexualize your brain, okay? I went from someone who was struggling with porn, masturbation every single day for 7 years to someone who's 2 years clean. Desexualizing my brain without a shred of doubt was the best decision I've made in my life. Desexualizing my brain saved my life. And if any of those previous points relate to you, you've come to the right video, because I'm gonna encourage you, inspire you, and make sure that you feel motivated to desexualize your brain and live your life to its fullest potential, okay? Smash that like button. So the first way desexualizing my brain absolutely saved my life was that I'm able to sit down at my beautiful desk and work and put out this YouTube video, focus, without the porn scenes flashing in my damn mind, okay? Without drooling like a dog at the dinner table over porn. I remember when I was still in high school and I was studying for exams. It was math, it was late at night, and I needed to get these hours in, right? I had trigonometry and Pythagoras and sin cos tan and all this other bull waiting me in a couple of hours, all right? So I had to study. As soon as I sat down, boom, porn scenes flashing on my mind. The urge to watch porn. I can't focus. I can't stay focused. I'm picking up my phone, chatting to my friends, just unable to focus. Eventually, what happens? I go watch porn. I relapse. What happens after that? You guessed it. I have no motivation to study math. I just go straight to bed because fuck it. That is the first way desexualizing my brain saved my life. Right now I'm super focused, laser focused. I sit down, I work, I put out this YouTube video, I work on my businesses, I go to the gym, I focus on the gym, I do everything with 110% focus, and that is priceless. When you do these things every single day, day after day, it compounds, all right? Imagine not watching porn for 6 months, being focused, super focused for 6 months every single day. Your life will never be the same, right? Whatever it is you want to accomplish, you will accomplish. You will become the best version of yourself. You will become a better man. Imagine just 10 years like this, right? Desexualizing your brain is a cheat code, okay? A cheat code. And that's only the first way. Stick to the end and you're gonna get the best way. All right, I saved the best point for last. The second way desexualizing my brain absolutely saved my life is motivation. All right, I was a zombie, a walking zombie. I wasn't even alive. I was just surviving. I was just living. I was ugh. All right. Now I'm thriving. I wake up in the morning. I'm super excited for the day. Super excited to crush my to-do list, to get out of bed and share love and positivity and go to the gym and just have a beautiful day. But before, when I had a sexualized brain, when I was addicted to porn, addicted to masturbation, what was the case? Well, I would wake up. I would lay in bed, probably masturbate, probably go on my phone, just start the day with all this stimulation. And I would get up and I would feel so sluggish. I would feel like a snail. I would be like this the whole time, talking like this. Just no enthusiasm, no energy, no motivation. And that is such a tragic way to go through life. You know, we're living on a ball in the middle of nowhere in a universe, and to not be able to fully experience and enjoy and appreciate this life that we have, to wake up 20, 30 years from now wishing that we quit porn, that's tragic. All right, desexualizing my brain saved my life. The third way is, you're not gonna really expect this, but it helps with real relationships. Now, I know I sound a bit sarcastic, but it really does, because before I was so focused on self-gratification, giving myself joy. Whereas now, I don't really want to self-gratify myself. Like cheap dopamine and porn and these things, they don't interest me. They don't excite me. I don't find joy in them. What I do find joy in is working towards my purpose, and for some strange reason, like just being around people is so much fun. It's so enjoyable. I get so excited when I'm with my friends, and I'm always just focused on them. I know it sounds so strange, but people like it when you focus on them, all right? People like it when they're the center of attention. This is a well-known fact, okay? People like to talk about themselves. People hate to be interrupted. So I'm always just giving value instead of taking. I used to just put my 2 cents in, splurt out a whole bunch of nonsense, not even listen to the person who's talking, and now I actually sit there and I'm present and I'm listening to this person, and it allows me to build tons and tons and tons of real relationships because I'm not focused on self-gratification anymore. I'm not a jerk. Okay? I actually genuinely care what the other person has to say. Inner peace. Now, I used to be someone who wasn't even aware that I had anxiety. Like I used to bite my nails, bite my skin. I used to pick my beauty spots, right? I was a very anxious person. I didn't even know it. I was someone who was very insecure. Like I couldn't talk to girls. I'm not talking flirt. I'm talking talk. I couldn't talk to girls. I would just look in their eye and think of sex or think of something sexual and just, ugh, okay, ugh. Now, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm just like, I'm so much brighter, so much more loving and happy. And I found inner peace in myself. I'm happy most of the time, 24/7. And it's thanks to desexualizing my brain. Why? Because it takes a strong man to be able to control his strongest desire. As men, as humans, in fact, our strongest desire is for sex, all right? This is all the way back from Adam and Eve, the first people, okay? We want to procreate so that we can continue our genes, and it also feels good. So when we're able to control this desire for sex, it makes us unstoppable, because what weaknesses do we have then? So relating back to inner peace, it put me in control of my mind. And that is something so underrated and so powerful. To quote the great Napoleon Hill, okay, I'm paraphrasing here, but he says, mastering your sexual urges is the start of many, many great achievements in a man's life. Now, this is an extremely, extremely underrated point. One of my favorite is that before quitting porn and desexualizing my brain, I was extremely super inconsistent, meaning I would get in the gym for a couple of months, fall off. I would start a business, run it for a couple of months, fall off. Was I young and like a teenager? Yeah, but are there teenagers that are making millions of dollars? Yeah, all right. So I can only imagine where I would have been if I kept gymming from the age of 16 up until how old I am now. It's like 7 years plus minus, all right? Whereas now I've been gymming for 3 years. So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how underrated this point is. But desexualizing your brain, it helps you become consistent. And that's because of dopamine. Think about it. If you've ever drank alcohol, then you know the first time you have a beer, it's very easy to get a buzz or to get a little bit drunk. But over time, you need more and more beer, you need more and more alcohol just to get that same buzz, that same drunkenness. All right. People always used to flex. Oh, I'm such a high tolerance. Oh, I'm so cool. Like, that's not a flex, bro. All right. So the way dopamine works is that when you're watching porn, which is 10 to 20 times more stimulating than, let's say, reading a book or going to the gym and reading a book becomes extremely, extremely dissatisfactory. And the worst part is, the more porn you watch, the more porn you need. So, like the alcoholic who needed, say, one beer, now he needs 20. The more porn you watch, you go from needing just simple, regular porn to like some hardcore shit. Excuse my language. Alright? So, now imagine if you need hardcore porn to feel good. Gym, learning, improving, become the best version of yourself, those things are going to be so unsatisfactory. They're going to be so anticlimactic. They're going to be so boring. They're going to become like a black and white phone. All right? So that is why number 6 is a super underrated point. Desexualizing your brain helps you become consistent because you find joy and pleasure in real life. Now, the last point and the most important point of them all is that desexualizing your brain puts you emotionally in control. You're able to regulate your emotions. Why is this so important, Tariq? Listen, when I was broke, had no job, living in South Africa, at my friend's house, I decided, F it, I'm gonna help men quit porn. I started my Twitter business. I had 0 followers. What happened? My mind was racing. What if this doesn't work out? How am I gonna make this work? But because I had already desexualized my brain, I could regulate my emotions. I remember feeling so overwhelmed, so burnt out, so fearful, so doubtful. One day, I just went to my bed, messaged my homie. I was like, what do you think I should do? And then I fell asleep. Woke up and I just had clarity. I had purpose. I knew exactly what I needed to do. But what would the old me have done? Okay, he would have gone to bed. He wouldn't have messaged his friend. He would have been typing in Pornhub. He would have been looking at people have sex. He would have numbed his pain, fallen asleep, woken up feeling guilt and shame, given up on X, never been able to reach his fullest potential, helping men quit porn, following his dreams. If you enjoyed this video, please, again, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're going to be coming with bangers like this every week.